So there's a lot more to me than diabetes, than just diabetes itself. There's a lot of things that define me as the person that I am. I like video games. I like running a lot. I like biking. I'm not a great skateboarder, but I like trying.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty active person. I play a lot of baseball, I play basketball, I play all different sports. And I don't know, I guess I'm just a really active person. So I'm Ethan. I was born September 17th, 1997 at Toronto General Hospital. I've had diabetes since I was 1 and 3 months, from December 23rd, 1998, I think. No one really knows why or no one knows how, but for some reason your immune system kind of attacks the isolate cells and attacks the pancreas, and it causes diabetes. So it doesn't really have a purpose of attacking it. It thinks it's a disease, or it thinks it's something wrong. I got it when I was 1. People have gotten it when they were 3. People have gotten it when they're 12. People have gotten it up until like any age, really.
He said, I'm going to call over to the hospital and ask them to open up a bed in the emerge right away. And I said, what's going on? And he said, we don't know for certain, but these look like all the signs and symptoms of type 1 diabetes. You grieve that loss of a healthy child. And you cry and you get angry and you don't know how you're going to focus each day, because now you have to poke that little boy's hands, those little tiny fingers that you brought into the world. You have to poke them with a needle, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day, every day. And you're mom and you're dad and you want to protect your child, and here you are causing some kind of discomfort to them, but you know that it's life-saving and you have to do it.
I have to monitor my blood sugar like at least 3 times a day before each meal, and kind of before each meal is the most important. It definitely feels different when your blood's at different levels. When you're low, you kind of feel like you're dreaming, which it's really scary for me. And the best feeling that I can kind of compare it to is I went to Israel and we were in the plane, and just when the plane like drops as you're going down, I'm like, Dad, this is how I feel when I'm low. My mom told me this story when I was really low, that I ran up to someone and thought they were my dad. And it's kind of like, how do you like confuse that? With the pump, I have it here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like this thing, and here are the 5 buttons. So up, down, that's the light button. Then this is bolusing backwards and accepting. So kind of the insulin goes along this tube, and it goes into, for me, it's in my butt because I have like the most fat there, but most people do it in their stomach. So you can't have sugar, right? Or you're not allowed to have sugar. Oh, I'd give you this, but you can't have sugar. That's what people think. They think you just means you're restricted from sugar, but you're not. It's a disease and you kind of have to overcome it.
And he's the clown and the sensitive, gentle, courageous person that he is, who teaches me every single day. Those are the highs. The lows, again, are always there. They're always on the edges of your life, and everything revolves around living with diabetes.
Recently it's been like trying to fit in with your friends, especially in high school, especially when you want to be like them and you want to be the same, you want to be similar, you want to define yourself, but at the same time you want to be in the same group of friends. And it's kind of hard to say, oh, well, you guys can go outside and play while I go to the washroom and test myself and give myself insulin or whatever. It's kind of annoying. And when I'm with my friends and they're like, you want some pizza? And I'm like, yeah. And then I have to excuse myself to go bolus. And it's only with my closest friends where I do that, because I kind of feel, I know this is a stupid way to think, but I kind of feel like maybe people won't really like me because of that. And there's no way to really test it if you don't try, but I don't really want to try. I don't want to see if people will always accept me. If I could say anything to the doctors or to the medical professionals, to be honest, it may not be the nicest thing, but it would kind of be that they don't really understand. Because a lot of times they try to downplay it and go, well, your numbers are high, just make it better. And it's not that simple. I had my doctor from Sick Kids tell me about a year ago, he said that I think this is a game. So he thought that I wasn't being serious about diabetes, and he threatened to take the pump away. And my mom kind of stepped in and said that it's not really a game. It's hard to understand. Since my mom's a nurse, she kind of, patient-centered care, kind of like, it helps, it has like benefits and tries to help the patient. And she understands how I feel and how I feel like I'm trying my hardest.
Ethan, what did you eat today? Ethan, when did you test yourself last? Ethan, come, you have to get a needle. Ethan, stop that, come inside, you need to test. Ethan, you can't go to bed if you didn't have a snack. You may have a knowledge base greater than the person living with the disease in which they seek you out, but they live with it. And they know their life outside of that clinic, that hospital, that community setting in which they meet you. So be kind. Be curious, and trust that they know their own way. To newly diagnosed children and their parents, specifically to the parents or the care providers that will be in that child's life, let them be a child first. They need to explore that birthday cake and not be made to feel guilty for it afterwards. Because I don't know what it's like to be poked 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day. And that's not to say that we don't intervene for the safety of these children and that there isn't maintenance and control that has to be adhered to for their overall well-being. But balance.
Our last game in the house league this year, we were in the consolation finals, so we were battling for third place, we were battling for third, and we ended up coming in fourth because I hit the post with 2 seconds left.
That's crazy.
My coach comes up to me after the game and goes, 2 seconds! It's like, yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's really, really cool.
You've grieved the loss of a child before that did not have diabetes, but you can't imagine life without your child who has diabetes. And you realize you're blessed twice. You get this kid twice in a whole new way, and you get to understand him in a deeper way, perhaps. So I think it's a journey, and I think we all have to find our own way in that.